You should see the gash I got.
Fata is not here right now. She had to go run and pick up Legend from work. She will be back. She's not sure how long it's going to take her. So I'll start out the meeting, and then when she comes back, she can take over from there. The first thing I want to go over tonight is we've had a little bit of sad news in the Swarm community. For those of you that haven't heard, Duke Dracon, who is the leader of the Elder Scrolls chapter, last night his house burnt down. Him and his family are okay. He did burn his foot, but their pets and everything else were destroyed in the fire, so he has lost everything. From what I understand, he doesn't have any insurance, so he probably won't be back gaming for maybe a year or so. We are looking into seeing if we can set up a PayPal account for him for people who would like to donate to help out his family. You're not required to do so, but if you feel like it, hopefully we can get that set up, and if and when we do, we will let everybody know. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is a community-wide event for June 28th. The link for the karaoke meeting. Thank you very much. This one has come a little bit faster than we normally have them, but that is so we could schedule the next one at the time when we have our 15th year anniversary. So this one will not have a meeting in it. It'll just be a karaoke event. The next one after that will be a full guild meeting. We'll be celebrating our 15th year together. And hopefully we'll come up with some events for in-game too that we can do, and get some people to participate in that. Something we can do with the community, give people a chance to come out and do stuff, maybe a rush or something, and we'll just announce it all over the place so we can, once we get everyone there, so we can flood that particular spot.
That's right, we need to represent the Swarm colors.
Alright, the next thing I'd like to go over is the Sinister Swarm Lottery. And the lottery this week did run, thanks to some very generous donations by some of our members. And so the winners for this week's lottery are Elementalist Legend is the first winner, and Lutheus is the second winner. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Go Legend.
And because how much participation we actually had in this one, first prize is actually getting over 17 gold, and second prize is almost 9 gold. So I'd like to thank everyone that participated.
Yeah. I'm gonna spark it up even more next week, Agatha. You watch.
And the next thing I'd like to talk about is our event lineup.
I bet it's not half as long as the one a Minotaur gave me last month.
Now, if you, for the newbies here, you won't be able to actually open up that link. You have to make it to Worker Bee to open that up. If you've gotten your 10 posts on the forums, your forums will automatically raise you up so that you'll be able to look into the into that forum section. This is where we list all the events going on for the week, what days they're on, and what times. Everything's listed in Pacific time. Also, if anyone has any ideas on an event they would like to see run, or an event they would like to run themselves, just get a hold of Fate, and you can work out the details with her, and she will get it posted up on the lineup for you. And also, every week when Fate updates this, she posts a question in here, a trivia question, and the winner, if you're the first one to find it and post the question and the answer, and you win 2 gold. And that first one listed is just an example. So I was like, why is she posting the answer? I didn't realize it was an example.
My chest aches. You should see the gash I got from that ogre.
I bet it's not half as long as the one a Minotaur gave me last month.
Want to compare?
Go chase.
I'd like to thank everyone here for participating in our tripod. We've had a great turnout in event and game in the forums. Keep up the great work, everybody. I really appreciate it. It's being able to communicate with everybody and know what's going on is the cornerstone of what keeps our guild strong. So let's keep using those. Always go in there when you can in the forums and see what's being posted. Answer questions for people if you can. If you have questions, post them so other people can help you out. It's a great way for us to stay connected, even though some of us play at different times and we can't be all on at the same time. We can still help each other out that way. Great, Azure. That's great. And then also, I would like to announce that Azure has been promoted to Vice Warlord. He will be taking over control of World versus World and PvP. And I really appreciate him stepping up and taking that position.
That's my pleasure. Just glad to help.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, at this. Are there any questions about the community events or any of the links that were posted up there? Alright, I am going to pass it over to Lutheus for his recruitment.
Recruitment. Hailswarm.
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 Hail.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Pete.
Marvelous.
Marvelous. Okay, great. Thanks. I want to thank everybody for their time and commitment to take their time out of their busy life and schedules to come on out and participate in the community and guild. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about recruiting. I am the herald of recruitment for the chapter, and in the past I've written a guide to help you help yourselves as far as recruiting comes to mind. We all need to participate in this daily because we are in a constant state of rebuilding members due to the fact that the game is approaching its 3rd year anniversary, and that the other factor is that new games keep coming out on the horizon, and a lot of our clientele or members tend to follow the trends with the new games. So keep in the back of your mind, we're always in a constant state of rebuilding membership, okay? One thing I've done to the recruiting guide, I've added useful recruiting slogans that you guys can use on your own. Just cut and paste and put them in a Word document. Then you can do Control-C on the Word document, and then when you put it into the map chat in the game, you just hit Control-V and it will post the message, okay? And I'm going to link the link for you right now, and you can check out that guide real quick. Oh, it's already up? Okay, great. The next thing I'm going to discuss is our recruitment video. We have 2 of them currently. Each of them was made by a different member, and they both illustrate how nice it is, the community and the teamwork that we have throughout the chapter and community, and the communication as well. So I highly recommend you, if you're new, to view those videos, and the links are provided so you can copy those and just use them as another resource along your recruiting, with your recruiting toolkit, okay? There's 2 links. Okay, there's the first one, there's the second one. Good, great. All right. Does anyone have any questions about recruiting? Or about that topic in general? Go ahead, Agatha.
It's not a question per se. I just wanted to let people know. I know we're always looking for people who are, a good fit for our guild, and so always keep that in mind when recruiting. But if you're not sure if they're going to be a good fit or not, as long as you haven't seen anything that would blatantly make them not a good fit, it's okay to go ahead and try to recruit them. We do have an orientation process. It's quite extensive. It helps us filter out people who might not fit in with us. So don't worry that you might be sending somebody into the guild who is not a good fit for us. We do have processes in place to look for those people and direct them to other guilds that they may fit in with.
That's right, and I just want to piggyback on what he said as far as recruitment. We did, Duchess Fate enacted a new policy that for every new member you recruit that makes it on our guild roster, you are instantly rewarded with 5 unidentified dies right on the spot. Okay, so if you recruit somebody and they make it to the roster, let me know. Let Agatha know if I'm not on, or Duchess Fate know, our chapter leader, that you recruited somebody, and we'll get you your 5 identified dies immediately. And that goes by email and game, okay, for anybody that's really new. Any questions? All right, Agatha, take it away. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Taz. Next, I'll pass it on to Bayor to go over our PvE.
Hello, everybody.
Hailswarm.
Hello.
Hailswarm.
Alright, not a whole lot of updates for PvE this week. Nothing's really changing. It's all coming around in July, so we're going to have to hold tight for that. Just go through and do all your Queen's Gauntlet achievements and any of the 4 Winds stuff. Have fun there. thing I really have new besides my reminder to check the weekly lineup and see who's doing what. If you'd like to run anything on there, get with me or Fade or Agatha, and for PvE related content, we can get it up there for you. The only other reminder is, and I'll have to get a link at this point, or I think someone will put it up there for me. There it is. That's for the dinner and some Guild Wars night. If you haven't heard about it yet, it's going to be basically like the old dinner and a movie show. We're going to select a recipe. We'll either vote on it. We haven't decided yet. And everyone will make that dish on a certain night, and we'll log in and do something related to the dish. So it should be fun. Check out the link. Suggest a recipe. That's pretty much it for the PvE update. You can have it back, Agatha.
Thanks a lot, Baylor. Now I will pass it on to Azure for our World vs. World and PvP.
Hail Swarm, everybody.
Hail.
Hail Swarm.
Sweet. As was mentioned before, I am going to be taking over the World v. World aspect of the community here in this chapter. All it is just being the go-to person for anything related to World v. World or PvP. We have a lot going on in World v. World. We've got Edge of the Mists out there. We also have our Reapers and Stingers, which I mention pretty much every week. If you're interested in being a part of that, definitely come talk to me. Reapers and Stingers are a community-wide division of the PvP and server versus server aspect of the community, and they're for people who want to specialize in spending their time and their talent in that department. Reapers traditionally are AoE strike teams, and Stingers are traditionally more stealth-based classes. What they are good at is taking advantage of key locations, flipping camps, points of interest, things like that, taking out specified targets. And then the Reapers, again, AoE, they help out the main Zerg, if you will, or they can assist the Stingers as well. Here in Guild Wars 2, we kind of lumped them both together, just because of the wide array of different abilities available to every class. So any class can really do any, Reaper or Stinger. So we operate those on Thursday nights specifically, and then a bit on Friday nights as well. Lately, just due to numbers, we've just kind of been out there doing the best we can, running with World v. World as a whole. We've been doing a little bit running with the main Zerg. We've been doing a little bit of tower control, keeping towers and getting them sieged up, things like that. Hopefully what we'll be doing in the future is working a little bit more with skill sets that all of our characters have. We have a lot of different things we can do with control fields and blast finishers that you can use once those fields are put on the ground. And so hopefully we're going to play around with some of that a little bit more, work on teamwork out there with small teams. And we're pretty much Havoc Squad out there. That's what they would call them in the broader community. So if you want to get involved with that, please let me know. We've been running out there with quite a few people past couple weeks. This past week we had a lot of people out there. I actually ran with a couple, with at least one former Swarmer out there. We met up with him and a couple people that he's in a guild with, and we had a good time. We got up on top of one of the towers that we did not own, and while the enemy tower was in midst of trying to be taken over by one of the other servers, we were kind of wreaking havoc on everybody. It was a lot of fun. So that's kind of stuff that we do. And again, if you want to get involved with that, please let me know. And then PvP, we have our own arena Sinister Swarm Arena that we have set up. You know, if you want to do some duels, you want to work on your PvP and World v World builds, it's a great place to go. Once you get into the mists, you just swing left inside there and talk to the NPC, and you're going to look for the Sinister Swarm Arena, and our password is Swarm Tripod to get in. And if you have any questions about that as well, please let us know. And keep your eyes open. We will be having a PvP tournament coming up in the next few weeks. We're still a little undecided on exactly which date it will be, but updates to come. Hail
Swarm. Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Welcome, Blarney.
Hey.
And for those of you that don't know, traditionally with our Reapers and Stingers, like when we first started, and we had a very active World versus World presence, the main group would focus on the overall strategic map, and the leader would send out groups of Stingers and Reapers to cause havoc in other places, taking the camps and causing distractions before we attacked bigger targets, things like that. They'd also do recon and give us feedback on enemy movements. So if we start getting our World versus World built up again, that'd be the kind of stuff that they would be helping out with out there.
Yeah, and just a side note, I mean, it's a whole lot more fun when there's more of us out there. People are looking to see different communities, sub-communities like different guilds. They're looking to see them out there. Our server as a whole, we're not quite where we were once before, but we still have a lot of people out in World vs. World, and it'd be really great if, a couple nights, we could all just, as a community, the whole bunch of us, even if it's for like half hour or an hour, just go out there and just really be part of what's going on out there, and put some effort forth into it. It's a lot of fun when we're all out there, and we don't even really need to be doing that good. I mean, half the time, there's 3 or 4 of us running into a camp, and we're trying to take the camp, and we wind up getting wiped by one of the enemy Zergs. But it's fun because it keeps them from doing something else that's more important. So it gives our server the one-up to go and do something else while they're fighting us. And we usually have a lot of fun with it. But like I said, it's a great time when more and more of us are out there together, and it's a great opportunity for us to work on teamwork, communication, the kind of stuff that we use when we do our guild missions during the week, and after our meetings, like tonight. So definitely come out, be a part of it. We're looking to have a lot of fun out there. We obviously don't want to make it feel like work, so we want to have fun. And if you have any suggestions for anything to do out in World v World, we have our like our Asura nights and our Char nights out there. Those are always fun, but if you have something else you want to do, a certain kind of theme for a night out there, you have any ideas like that, give a holler, and we'll definitely talk about it and see what we can do. We're always looking to have fun out in World v World.
All right, thanks a lot, Azure. Now I will turn it over to Lutheus for promotions.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm.
Hail.
Alright, glad everyone's still stoked and excited. First on the agenda, I just want to welcome our new joins. And today, joining the ranks, not today, but a couple days ago, we added newbie I'm Your Huckleberry and newbie Daz. So, hail and welcome to the community.
Welcome.
Thank you.
You should see the gash I got.
Also, while we're on the topic, promotions, I want to recognize this Guild Wars 2 member on his promotion. promotion to worker bee. I'm your Huckleberry. Welcome to the Swarm as a full member. Hail Swarm!
Hail Swarm.
Great.
Congrats,
Thank you.
brother. Great job. Also, without further ado, last but not least, I want to mention worker bee Memorian. He is eligible for Soldier Bee. He has 20 posts, and I can get with him now or whenever he wants, and we can do your Soldier Bee test of knowledge and go from there. So, congrats everybody, and back to you, Agatha.
Thank you. All right. At this point, it's time to go ahead and open up the floor to anybody who has anything they'd like to bring up, anything they'd like to share with us. And I see we already got a raise, so we'll go to Nyland.
Hail Swarm. Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm. Hail.
Thank you. Yes, some of those are very tricky. We do have some people who are very good at finding the spots. I am not one of those people, but some people are. So good luck to everybody. Hope to see a post up soon on get some winners going here for that one, so we can see the next spot that will torment us for a week. Yeah, and it's not a waterfall this time. I appreciate that.
Ooh. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
And the Duchess Fate is back with us. Hail.
Hail Swarm.
Hail Swarm. Sorry I'm late, guys, and I appreciate you guys going on without me. I had to go, and someone had texted me that they needed a ride from work, so.
Yep, we are right now in the part of the meeting where anyone can bring up anything they would like to talk about. So all right, Dark Fate, go right ahead.
Well, I already posted this on the thank you thread. By the way, there's a thank you thread in the Broken Blade Tavern. If you guys ever, want to give a shout out to somebody for something. But I wanted to thank everyone who came out for Reapers and Stingers Thursday. We had an excellent turnout. We had like 2 groups of people. We went out to Eternal Battlegrounds. We were there most of the evening, and we had some epic fights out there. It was really fun. So I just want to thank everybody who showed up. That's 2 weeks in a row that we've had a really good turnout for Reapers and Stingers. If you guys are not aware of what Reapers and Stingers are, it's basically some subgroups that we have for World v. World. It's something that's a swarm thing throughout all the chapters. Traditionally, Stingers are a stealth group, since there's not stealth in, like traditional stealth. In Guild Wars 2, they mostly focus on reconnaissance and supplies, and then Reapers that are an AoE strike team. So, it's just kind of a way to get a little bit more out of World v. World, learn some extra skills. So if you're interested at all in World v. World, come on out and join us on Thursday, and you'll have a great time. Guarantee it.
All right, thank you, Fate. Also, don't forget we have our fun race nights every Monday night. Each week, the race that we take out together is different. Most months we only do 4. Humans get left out for some reason. I don't know why, but they're every 5th.
Yeah, why is that?
Correction, if you look at the post I put up on the forum with the schedule, it shows that the human night will be the 5th night if we have a fifth week in the month.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Only those months where we actually get 5 Mondays will the humans run. Otherwise, they get no love. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. So even if you have a low-level character, that's fine. Bring them out. Have some fun. Get them a few levels. It's just a good time. Is there anything else that anyone would like to talk about or share with the Guild today? Yes,
Azure does.
Something I forgot to mention before, and it's just a reminder, we do have the World v. World, I guess you could call it a championship. It's every month we vote a champion for World v. World, and then every quarter those 3 monthly champions and a wild card get voted for the quarterly champion, and then there's one at the end of the year as well. So there is, I have to find it on the forum, but there is a place on the forum where you can vote. There's a couple questions that you have to answer fully, and I think you can only vote for one person per month, and then you have to, I believe, include your name on that vote ballot. Correct me if I'm wrong, but whoever you think is worthy of being named MVP for World v. World, why. So do remember to vote for our monthly, our quarterly when we get there, and then our yearly World v. World MVP champion.
All right, thanks a lot, Azure. Is anyone else? I'm not sure what Stravani is sharing with us. If you would like to talk about that.
Oh no, it's just a link to the Boomtown Rats song, I Don't Like Mondays. Because you hate on the humans.
Alright, so there's some music from Stravani. Thank you, Stravani.
Always glad to help.
Stir the pot.
Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and do our trivia contest. And I'm sorry, I forgot who was doing the trivia this week.
Welcome to Honor. Become part of our ranks and battle alongside of us.